Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I have some good news and maybe some bad news, depending on how you see it. The good news is I just reached a new milestone when it comes to income earning and generating ETFs that I own, and we'll get into how much I'm expected to make every month if things stay consistent here in a bit. But before we get started, if I could ask anything from you, it's to hit that like button. If you like this kind of content, I've been documenting me trying to make some extra income selling options on the side for well over a year now, and I think things have worked out pretty well. So if you want to tag along and watch my journey, hit that subscribe button, hit that like if you like this. I really would appreciate it. And something I've been wanting for a while but never got around to is getting a private chat group stood up where if you guys want to hang out with me and just chat trading options or investing in general, you can join. And I just set this up. It's very similar to Discord. It's linked down below if you want to go check it out for yourself. But I have a few chats in here. We have just a general chat. I have another chat for my trades if you're interested in knowing when I make trades, what trades I make, and just a wins chat as well for the people that do join. They can post their wins. We can hype each other up and just build a really good community. So if you want to be part of this community and help out the channel, go check that out. It's linked down below. We had a kind of a weird day. The bad news that I was alluding to at the beginning of this video, I was very busy at work throughout the day, so I didn't really get to see how things played out with the rate cut until very recently. And from what I read, we got a 25 basis point cut, and we're expecting, I think, 2 more the remainder of the year. And so as I kind of thought in the back of my head, a stock on the channel that was basically a gambling play for me, Opendoor, went up now it's 14.35%. And I say gambling because I bought it without really believing in this company. However, I did believe in the hype and the momentum of the stock, so I ended up purchasing shares. I ended up selling a lot of options on Opendoor because the premiums were just so good because this was super volatile. And now I'm just kind of sitting on these calls that I sold, and I think one open put that I sold as of right now, and just seeing how things play out. And any proceeds I get from this Opendoor position is going right into a newer position on the channel, and that is some NEOS high income generation ETFs. 2 of them right here you can see at the bottom, ticker symbol SPYI. This is an S&P 500 income generating ETF, and BTCI is income generating based on Bitcoin. And they do sell options, the fund managers, so that's how they're generating this income. And so they pay out distributions just like you would a dividend, and they pay out monthly. And there's 3 actually total that I own across all of my portfolios. I have a Fidelity account, which I own a few shares of, some of these different ETFs, and an M1 Finance, which has a dividend portion of that portfolio that also owns some of these different ETFs. The 3 ETFs I invest in are SPYI, as you see here, and BTCI, and then I also own QQQI in the other 2 portfolios. So I went ahead and I added up all of the totals that I own of those ETFs across all of the portfolios, and here are the numbers. And then I said, hey, ChatGPT, give me the expected distribution per month based on last month's distribution. And of course, things can change. This is assuming things are going to be consistent. But the milestone I reached is we're now expected to make $400 each and every month if things stay consistent, of course, and pure passive income from holding these ETFs. When I first talked about these on the channel, I said if I could get $1,000 a month from owning these different ETFs, I think that's a really, really good goal. And if things go well with Opendoor stock, as we're seeing right here, I could take everything I make from Opendoor and put it into these ETFs. Speaking of Opendoor, I have 2,300 shares tied up as collateral for some covered calls I sold, mostly around the $10 range, but we have a few 13 as well, and a couple 8s, so we'll have to end up rolling those come November. But I do have 100 shares that's uncollateralized, if that's the word. So we're going to trade open options and just see if I wanted to, how much could I generate by selling one covered call on Opendoor. This is what I'm talking about. We can sell an $11.50 strike price covered call and make $31. And this, by the way, is expiring in just 2 days' time. If we go out an extra week, You can see I already sold 2 at $13, but if I went higher at like a 14, $47 in premium from one covered call, which is close to one share of SPYI. So if I consistently do this every week and these expire worthless, I could buy an extra share each and every week, almost, which to me is mind-blowing. But honestly, I think I'm going to just liquidate those 100 shares unless, I don't know, I'm kind of torn. I also just want to sell a covered call and generate a little bit of income too. Because let's be honest, if by next Friday I sell 100 shares at 14 apiece, that's perfectly fine with me. That's a pretty good gain. So if I could lock that in and also lock in $47, it's pretty tempting, honestly. And that's why being in this chat group, a nice little transition, would be valuable if you want to see my trades in almost real time. Of course, I got to post the trades on here, so it's not going to be exactly real time, but they will be on this channel right here. So yeah, come hang out if you're interested, give it a try. I hope to see you in a future video. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, all I ask is you hit that like button so it reaches more people. And thank you so much. I really hope you have a good rest of your day.